What's up, guys? So, a month or so ago, I went to Savannah, Georgia, my favorite town in America. I've talked about it a million times, how I love it. But when I was there, they have all these cute stores. I bought some gifts for friends who I've become quite close to here in Miami since moving here a bit over 2 years ago. And those friends were so pleasantly surprised, like, oh, thank you so much. You're so thoughtful, blah, blah, blah. And to me, it was just like a nice thing to do for a friend. But seeing the glimmer in some of those friends' eyes, I thought, that's the glimmer of what I want to attract in a guy. Like, I'm catching myself as I get older doing things as a friend, as a family member, as a brother, as a professional, that to me just feel instinctive, like it's what I want to do or it feels like the right thing to do. But then when I get the response or the reaction from the other party, I'm like, oh, that's like that feeling that I have been wanting to attract in a partner. That thoughtfulness, that attention to detail, that kindness, that intelligence, like whatever. So not to toot my own horn, that's not the point of this, but my point is that I feel like as a gay person, I've spent so much of my life, including youth, before I even was exposed to dating gay guys, I always had this idea of the perfect guy and like, is it even possible? Like as a gay person, is that even possible? And then you get older and you start actually dating. And in my case, I was so excited in my early 20s to finally be exposed to this reality, like, oh, it can happen for me. And then going through all the disappointments I went through with dating throughout my 20s, particularly when I lived in New York City, I've definitely taken a back seat to all the dating stuff since I left New York City, and I've moved a million times. I started my own business. Like all these things have happened that have caused me to be less engaged with dating. But what I found is unintentionally, I'm becoming the guy I've always wanted to attract. And of course, there's a sadness to that because I can only fulfill so many of my own desires and needs. But I'm also proud of the idea that some kind of external gratification I was seeking, I seem to be developing that internally. And it's really weird that this is something that's been on my mind the last year or so. And I was talking to a close friend, one of the friends that I got something from Savannah for, and she, by total coincidence, was mentioning to me how she wants to be the best person she can be before dating, and that she wants to be more career focused because she wants to attract a guy who's also career focused. And she feels like if she's too on the lookout, like too thirsty for dating, she's going to attract a guy who's really only looking for that and has nothing else going on in his life. And so as she's talking about this, she's like, they always say, if you want to attract a certain kind of person, you need to be that. Like first you become that, and that's how you attract that. And so for me, it was like, when she said this, because she had no way of knowing that this is an internal dialogue I've been having with myself for a while now. And I thought, oh, that's so interesting, because I haven't been intentionally doing that. It's more just like, here I am on my own. I try to grow as a person and be good to my community, whether it's family, friends, professional network. Not expecting anything back, just this is just how I am. And so I'm like, oh, unintentionally, maybe I'm creating good karma for myself. I don't even know if I really believe in that concept, but it does kind of make sense. Like, why would you, if you want to attract somebody who's really fit, the last thing you should be doing is just sitting on your couch all day eating potato chips, right? Like, if you want to attract somebody fit, you should be emulating that, and maybe you'll meet them in a fitness-oriented place like the beach, the gym, whatever, right? I never thought of it that way. I never intellectualized it that way, but it makes sense that you should become closer to what you want to attract. What do you guys think about this?